Hi, how are you? Good, thank you. How are you? Good, thank you. God the Creator asked me to put this on. So I'm putting it on. See, God the Creator doesn't like marriage. Historically, marriage came with the ancient Roman invaders. It's their idea. Before that, people used to, who were in love with each other and respected each other and weren't related to each other, and they just used to cohabit if they just couldn't be away from each other, if they just wanted to be near each other all the time. So then the Roman invaders came and they did the whole marriage thing. Do you know what it means? According to an ancient Greek dictionary about the Roman invaders' language, marriage means slavery. It's a slavery right. It's based on a spiritual ritual, which, well, the spiritual ones that they used were evil ones, so it's demonic, and it's actually the name for an in-house slave, cleaner, sex worker, breeder. God doesn't want us to get married. Whether you're male or female, God doesn't want you to get married. He's actually banned it. So let's do what's right and not do it. And he's like that because he doesn't want us to abuse anyone if we're male, or if we're female like myself, doesn't want us to be abused. I personally don't know of any marriage that actually lasts in any happy way whatsoever. That's why when I say I want to live happily ever after with someone, I definitely don't mean marriage, because I said happily ever after. Right? So people who get married become miserable, and they don't live happily with each other, and it usually ends in divorce. If it doesn't end in divorce, it ends in death. It doesn't end in death, it ends in really bad mental illness for both partners, both the people married. So I just recently psychically met a famous preacher. God the Creator, do you want me to say his name? Yeah. T.D. Jakes, and his wife. And I was explaining to him what God the Creator's view of marriage is, that it's slavery. And he's like, he was like, it's a sin to have sex without marriage. I was explaining to him, God's saying it's a sin to marry. Is that actually terming it a sin, God the Creator? Yeah. It's actually a sin to marry, to try to slave someone, because slavery is a sin, and marriage is a form of slavery. Right? So I met her, and I was just like, oh my God. She's just like, hello, how are you? And T.D. Jakes is full of life, and he's got the world on a string. And I'm just like, hang on. You're saying that marriage is not bad for your wife, are you, T.D. Jakes? Yeah. And that's right. I give her food. I give her a place to stay. I give her money to spend on housekeeping. Yeah. And I'm just like, this is me, and that's her. Look at me. Look at her. I'm not married. And somebody was saying apparently she was T.G. Jake's wife used to be in the debate team, so she was really fiery and intellectual and smart, passionate, and full of life herself. And now she looks like How you? Yeah. So God the Creator says, don't marry. So please don't marry.